Diagram of dispersion scatterplot. Definition 2. The scatterplot of the statistical data is a graph of the plotted points xi and yi in an orthogonal system to display the values of the two variables for a set of data. What is the meaning of orthogonal system? That means it's not necessarily to have the same unit on x-axis and y-axis, on abscissa axis and ordinate axis. So the scatterplot permits the visualization of the dispersion data points. The scatterplot gives an idea about the appearance, the sense, and the kind of relation between the two variables. For example, in the first graph here, strong positive linear relationship when x increases, y increases. If you go in x-axis, x increases. Also on y-axis, y increases. In the second graph, it's a strong negative linear relationship. When x increases, y decreases. In the last graph, no relationship. When x increases, y increases and decreases. So the following three graphs are called scatter plot, and they give an idea about the appearance and the relation or the kind of the relation between the two variables x and y. The results of a survey about the number of Facebook members in million during the last 6 years is shown in the following table. So we have to represent the scatterplot of the points in a rectangular system. We can say rectangular system and we can say orthogonal system. So for every x we have a value of y, we have a pair of xi, yi, and we can represent each pair in the orthogonal system here. Describe the relationship between xi and yi. What do you think here? So the relation between xi and yi is linear, strong, and positive, since as x increases, y also increases. The table below shows a million lira Lebanese, the price of a car from year 2015 till year 2019. Represent the scatterplot of the points xi, yi in a rectangular system. Try to do it on a draft paper and then check your graph with the following one. So here we take the unit as 1. Between each two numbers we have 1 unit. And on y-axis, on ordinate axis, we take the unit is 2 between 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the scale is different between abscissa axis and ordinate axis. Describe the relationship between xi and yi. In fact, it is a linear, strong and negative relation between x and y. Let's define the coefficient of correlation R. The coefficient of correlation R is a measure of the relationship between the two variables xi and yi. So this number is a measure of the relationship. It gives us a sense about the relationship between these two variables xi and yi. The coefficient of correlation is denoted by R, and the coefficient of correlation is calculated using the calculator, and we did it before. We have done this one before. So the coefficient of correlation R varies from -1 and +1, So the smallest value of R could be -1 and the maximum value of R could be +1. Look to this number here. Okay, so we have the smallest value -1. If R equal to -1, we can say that the relation between X and Y is perfect negative. If R equal to +1, so the relationship between X and Y is perfect positive. If R is between -0.3 and 0, this relation is weak negative. If R equal to 0 or between 0 and 0.3 is weak positive. And if R is between -0.75 and -0.3, we can say that the relation is moderate negative. If it is between -1 and -0.75 is a strong negative. If it is between 0.3 and 0.75, moderate positive, and between 0.75 and the +1 is strong positive. So the value of R gives a signification about the relationship between X and Y. The same number. The table below shows the linear coefficient of correlation R of two variables X and Y. Interpret R. So here we have to give an interpretation using the following number line. And if R is equal to this value, what is the interpretation here is, and give an interpretation for all the following values of R. What can we say about the first value? Yes, strong negative. Here, strong positive. And here, weak. Okay. Here, so it is moderate positive. Let's see. Yes, strong and positive, weak and negative, and moderate and positive. And in all the cases, the relation between X and Y is linear. In example 2, the results of a survey about the number of Facebook members in millions during the last 6 years is shown in the following table. Okay, so from 2014 till 2019, we have the rank of each year and the number of members in million of Facebook members. We have to calculate the correlation coefficient R of this distribution and interpret the value thus obtained. Okay, R equal to 0.997, then the relation between X and Y is strong and positive. Application 2, the table below shows in million lira Lebanese the price of a car from year 2015 till year 2019. Calculate the coefficient correlation R of this distribution and interpret the value thus obtained. Yes, please miss, pause your video and try to find the value of R, then give an interpretation of this value. Surely we have to use the calculator. So R will be equal to -0.988, and then the relation between X and Y is strong and negative. A company posts an advertisement for a new product on an internet site for 15 days. The table below shows the number of people in hundreds who saw the advertisement in the first 5 days after its post date. So the first day we have 800 persons, in the second day we have 1,200 persons, in third day we have 2,500, and so on. Okay, In the first question, we have to find the average x bar and y bar as well as the coordinates of center of gravity G. Yes, we use the calculator and we start and we follow all the steps to find the average x bar, y bar, and to determine the center of gravity. So x bar equal to 3, y bar equal to 27. We have to represent the scatter plot as well as the center of gravity G of the points xi, yi in a rectangular system. Check your graph. Calculate the coefficient of linear correlation R. Interpret the obtained result. So R equal to 0.970, then the relation between x and y is strong and positive. Please, dear, do the assignment. Okay? If you forget any rule or any step, you can re-watch the video. Thanks for your watching. Here we have the summary.